Hey guys, how's it going? This is SSR, and today I'm going to be working on a Stalker with Psionic melee and energy aura. So if you're interested in the build, it's down on the description. Just go ahead and check it out. You can work on it with me as I go. So once again, I'm just going to slot everything up, and then we'll talk about why we did what we did. Okay? Alright, here we go. Alright, so we pretty much slotted everything up. We got some different slotting than my normal slotting type. If you guys ever seen me slot my masterminds, I tend to split the ATO enhancements all over the place, but on the Stalker it had to be a little bit different. So I went with the Assassin's Mark on the side blade. It honestly didn't matter too much where you put this one, as long as it was probably one of your weaker attacks, because I wanted to get that recharge build up proc on there. Okay, so having the 6 slots gives you some pretty good bonuses. It's kind of rough that you have to go for 6 to get the 10% recharge bonuses, but we had to for this one, and I wanted that proc. So the other bonuses aren't terrible, but it's still, you know, not as good as you would like it to be, maybe like with 5 slots. A Stalker's Guile, I went with the 6 set because, you know, you want more smashing lethal resistance and also the 10% recharge. You want the hide proc to go on Assassin's Blade, because you're going to already be in hide when you do Assassin's Strike. So as soon as you activate it, it's going to put you back in hide, and then you want to quickly use your next greatest attack, which probably is going to be Great Side Blade, especially since I procced it out. It's going to do some amazing damage. So normally what you would want to do is hit build up, use Assassin's Blade, and that's going to probably put them down, either kill them or get them down to extremely low health, especially if you're fighting a boss. And then you activate Greater Side Blade to finish the blow, you know? Alright, so I slotted everything usually like I always do with health and stamina. I chased after HP, okay? Stalker's max cap HP is 2088. So here, I'll show you just in case. 2088, and it's pretty hard to get, but you know, we can try to get as close as possible by slotting, you know, shield walls, as many as you can, 5 slotting gladiator's armor for the HP bonuses, knockback protection if you want it. You really don't need it for this since you have entropy shield, which prevents knockback. Also 3 slot concentration, which is pretty much your build up, and you can get the build up Gaussian's proc on there. You could go with 1 slot of the recharge and the proc if you want. It all depends on what you want. For this, I wanted to chase the HP as much as I can get. Once again, I procced out Greater Side Blade and I procced out Ball of Lightning. Those 2 attacks, they're going to be doing some good damage. I did Ball of Lightning because, you know, Stalkers normally don't have that much AOE, so you want that. And Mass Levitation as well. Some little extra AOE for crowd control. And Zap. That snipe is going to do some good damage. This build is going to use a lot of endurance, so you want to keep energize up at all times. This one is pretty close to perma. It's 3 seconds off. You should be fine with that. And also use energy drain. You know, if you're worried about having to use too much endurance, I would say switch to a different alpha slotting. I picked musculature for this build. But if you don't want to worry about having to click energy drain all the time, I would probably switch to cardiac. Cardiac core. That one's going to give you a 45% endurance reduction on all your powers. So that's a good option right there. Other than that, this should be able to handle almost anything. These defenses are at soft cap, if not above. So you can handle any kind of fight you want to do. Alright, let's look at what our stats will be like with accolades on. Alright, not bad. 1788. We're just a little like 300 HP away from soft cap, or from HP cap I should say. So there we go, that's not too bad. Our endurance is pretty good. Looks pretty decent. Once I click energize, it should go up as well, so. Alright. And let's pick our incarnates. So, like I said before, for this one, I went with musculature core. Get that little extra damage. For destiny, incandescence radial. I always pick that one. It's up to you again. Ion, core, hybrid. I went for the assault radial for that extra energy proc. Interface, you want reactive radial, flawless. And for the pet, as always, you want banished pantheon core. Okay. Alright, so now that we picked everything, we got all our powers, we got all our buffs and stuff. Let's go test this out. Okay, we're back. So I already slotted everything up. I got all of my powers enhanced, everything ready to go. We're gonna try this out and see how it goes. Here's my incarnates. Pretty much all the same. Like I said before, you have many options with alpha. I tried all different ones just to make sure. Vigor is definitely an option if you want a little bit more accuracy. Cardiac definitely was the one that I thought was the best for endurance. I barely ever had to use energy drain, so if you want to have something like cardiac and not worry about clicking energy drain, go for cardiac. Musculature, you're gonna have to be clicking energy drain once in a while. So, alright, let's go in there and test it out. Alright, as soon as you come in, I would suggest going and picking somebody good, like the lieutenant right here. You will use build up, use assassin strike. That should give you the hide as soon as you attack, and there you go. Get another greater side blade in there. Use mass levitation to get a little bit of crowd control, and then throw a ball of lightning. Should kill a good chunk of them. Just keep spamming those AOEs when you can. And do your single targets. Stuff will die pretty quickly. I would suggest also clicking energize whenever you can, because like I said, your endurance is going to drain pretty quickly, and probably turn your super speed off if you have to. Energy drain is perma, so you'll always have endurance. There's no worries about that. Keep all those attacks going. Like I said before, mass levitation to get a little bit of crowd control, and then ball of lightning right after. Greater side blade is going to do a crazy amount of damage, so it's always nice to keep that one going. Once again, endurance is pretty heavy on this build, so if you really want, you definitely could go cardiac and vigor, whichever one you prefer. I would probably go with vigor, especially since you're going to be using energy drain no matter what. If you do not want to click energy drain that often, then yeah, go cardiac. Alright, that was pretty good. We cleared that mob up really well. Let's go try fighting the elite boss. Okay, so once again, hit that build up, go in for the assassin strike, and then as soon as you're out of it, use greater side blade to do an extra crit. It's going to be great for this. Want a little bit of extra damage, use your assault radial, and keep that energy drain. Rinse to repeat, and he will die very quickly. If you notice, this build barely gets hit at all. It's awesome. Especially with a little bit of extra resistance, it helps. Alright, pretty easy to do. No problem fighting an elite boss and even handling a mob around him. No big deal. Alright guys, I hope you like what you saw. Please like and subscribe. Tell me what you think of the build. You know, I'll take any suggestions anybody has. And yeah, please check it out. It's down in the description once again, okay? Thank you very much for watching.